hold on. No, this video is not about the beautiful view outside. Let me get this straight. You clicked on this video because you're expecting me to choose one fragrance brand to wear for the rest of my life and no others?
Are you insane?
CJ Bernardo 93.
What's up, bro?
Why would you do this to me?
Why am I doing this to myself? Because I need a video idea.
I mean, do you know anyone who wears just one brand of clothing? Does such a loyalty actually exist in today's world of suffocating convenience and overwhelming consumerism? How could you expect me or any other reviewer to choose one fragrance brand to wear for life? How? Look at all these fragrances. Look. Do you know what you're asking? Look at this. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, huh? Look, I just got more. Look. Wow. What you're suggesting easily implies that I am going to get rid of like 98% or more of my whole collection. I haven't counted them recently. I don't know how many I have, but there's hundreds here. Hundreds. And I've got some good ones. And you're telling me that all these fragrances just about would disappear. And honestly, I'm not even really concerned about the number that I would lose, because as you can see, I'm literally drowning in fragrances here. This is the life of a reviewer. This is just how it goes. So as I continue to talk through this ludicrous decision, it actually sounds like exactly what I need. Wow. Did I just say that? I mean, still, as much as I would prefer to be able to choose a couple handfuls of fragrances from different brands that I enjoy, ones that I love and would get the most wear out of, choosing one brand is actually a great challenge. It's actually a great test of something that I believe is monumentally more valuable and more important than fragrance taste, and especially convenience. And it is what I mentioned earlier, loyalty. Are any of us frag heads actually loyal? And I don't mean loyal to just one choice brand. That's crazy. That's what I'm putting myself through. You don't have to do that. But even a handful of brands, are you loyal? How many of us are just looking for the lowest price and the highest performance? Raise of hands. Anyone? High price, low performance? Okay, I see Raul in the back. Joey, Cassandra, Phil, Bartholomew. How did you get in here? Anyway, getting back on track, if you don't consider yourself loyal to any one brand, you're actually not completely to blame here. It is mostly the duty of the brand to build loyalty with its followers. Real quick, let's take a break here. Just look at this view. It is a beautiful day. I don't want you to just have to look at me. It's a beautiful day out here. Also, tell me this is not the cutest thing ever. Tell me. If you said it's not the cutest thing ever, you're lying. What does loyalty actually mean? Well, I actually explain this in more detail. Let me move the camera so you get the thumbnail in this video. Check out this video if you want to hear more about that idea in regards to the fragrance community in more detail.
My arm's getting tired. I need to switch.
Many of you probably missed that video. I suggest you unmiss it whenever you get a chance. Okay, let me head back into the fragrance room here. Let me quit stalling. I know I've had you listen to me for a few minutes now, and I haven't answered the question. One fragrance brand for the rest of my life. Now, in order for me to answer this question, if I'm going to do it authentically, then I'm going to do it based on what I was just talking about, and that is loyalty. Where is my brand loyalty? Now, if I'm honest with you, if I'm going to choose one brand that I'm loyal to, honestly, that brand is Zaharoff. And let me tell you why. If you could see what actually goes on behind the scenes at Zaharoff. And just so you know, Zaharoff is a small company. A lot of the time we get this vision that companies are huge and massive and they have dozens or hundreds of employees. Not really. The smaller the company, the more love, heart, and soul goes into the vision and therefore the product. If you could see what George pours into each one of his creations, the innovativeness, Again, the heart, the love, the soul, the thoughtfulness. And through his products, what he's pouring into the community and the industry abroad, it would blow your mind. And I'm saying this as a person who is grateful to have been able to see what goes on behind the scenes at Zaharoff and how they're creating their fragrances from the ground up. However, I know many of you are already considering my decision to be a breach of trust, because as many of you already know, I do have a personal affiliation with the brand by way of the collaborations I've done. We've done 2 fragrances together. The first one was Brass and Soul. The second one is called Second Soul. It is still currently available, but not for much longer. So if you've been sleeping on it, maybe check it out.
Maybe.
So yeah, the most honest answer I could give you would be Zaharoff. And this is not just because of the platform that they've given to me, but for one, it is because they actually make some of the highest quality perfume products that money can buy. And fortunately, it doesn't cost all of your money to buy them. I mean, seriously, custom bottles designed by George Zaharoff himself and created in Italy by one of the finest glass makers in the world. Some of the highest quality perfume ingredients sourced from many countries across the globe and ultimately crafted in France. Brilliant and thoughtful scent personalities that resemble nothing else on the market, and an absolutely perfect variety of fragrances across their collection that essentially covers every scenario, every situation, every occasion, every season you can think of. They have variety there. And those of you who have tried several offerings from the line, I'm pretty sure that you can corroborate what I'm telling you. And to those of you who claim that every single one of Zaharoff's fragrances only lasts 2 hours on your skin, 2 hours. Okay, I'm not going to invalidate your experience. I'm not going to say you're wrong, that didn't happen. But I invite you to consider the idea that your experience is in the minority. Olfactory fatigue and or dry skin could be the culprit of that. What I would advise, drink more water and maybe avoid spraying your chest and the front of your neck. This is of course not a guaranteed fix, but it's better than changing nothing and continuing to complain.
Ho, brother, ho, whoa.
I know many of you would have a problem with me choosing Zaharoff as my one brand. Again, conflict of interest, I get it. And I could choose from a number of other fantastic brands, beautiful brands. Amouage, Nichane, Tom Ford, Creed, kinda, Chris Collins, Roger Parfum, Cartier, Hermes, Algabra, Penhaligon's, Dior. No more Sauvage flankers, please. Chanel. No more Blue de Chanel flankers, please. Argos, Zaharoff, Guerlain. I know I'm cheating now. I cannot choose all of those brands. I know. I could select one of those amazing brands. I could just sit here and rip every single one of my hairs out, and by the time I'm pulling the last hair, I think I would have a decision. I could do that for you guys. I don't think you want to see me hairless, and I definitely don't want to be hairless. But nonetheless, that would be an inauthentic exercise because I would be overlooking where my loyalty actually is. And to those of you wondering about the elephant in the room, there is an elephant in here. I don't know how you got in here, bud, but you can't stay. So anyone know what to do? Maybe I should look it up on YouTube, how to get rid of an elephant in your room. I know you guys are wondering about money. How does money play into loyalty? How does it play into decision making? Well, to answer your question, as a reviewer, I partner with many brands, as do many of my fellow reviewers, in different ways. And yes, I have received compensation by driving volume to these brands' stores over the years. And again, I'm not the only one. This is just the way of the world. It exists everywhere, especially on YouTube. So the idea of paid affiliation is not actually limited to Zaharoff. My loyalty to Zaharoff is truly about loyalty to vision, not products or benefits. In my observation and experience, George Zaharoff is one of the very few perfume makers in the industry whose why is crystal clear. His what, which is his products, is a result of how he projects his why into the world. I'm gonna put the camera down here. I'm tired of holding it. Here we are at the end of this very lo-fi video. I gave you my honest answer. What you do with it is up to you. If it makes you upset,
I'm not mad at you.
But you should take a look in the mirror and ask yourself why you're upset, because I'm not going to ask you. Now, if you feel the same way I do about Zaharoff, then you might see what I see, and that's great too. So if you had to do this yourself, and maybe not with the camera involved, but you're welcome to document it, if you had to choose one fragrance brand to wear and enjoy for the rest of your life, which brand would you choose and why? And I invite you to try to go deeper than because I like their products. That's easy. Most fragrances out there smell good, and that can be a good enough reason to buy any of them. But it's also the only reason we usually use to buy all of them. Where are the defining lines? Again, where's your loyalty? What company inspires you? What company has a clear vision to you that you can get behind, that you support, and that drives you to want to continue to experience their products and share them with those around you? Let's talk about it down in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.